Hello, my name is Amaiha Star. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna be baking cookies and telling stories, but I won't be doing it on my own. I have a very special guest. Gigi! Say hello, everyone. This is my bestie girl, Gigi. Twitch. We out here and we're gonna read Reddit. Am I the threads while baking cookies? So I really wanted to make some more cookies.
You guys need to see these cookies.
I made cookies the other day.
Wait.
Yeah. They're nice and crunchy.
Crunchy? These are rocks. These are scones.
It's been a minute since I baked, okay? But today I have a much simpler recipe. It'll be pretty easy to follow so we can tell our stories and not get too distracted.
No, those are trash.
Garbage.
Trash. Basura.
Basura. Alright, so Gigi's gonna read while I go ahead and start this. Starting off with a half a cup. Damn, this is this whole thing.
They'd be using a lot of butter for real.
All the butter.
All the butter. Wait, you need to tell them what you're doing.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna melt the butter.
Alright, so am I the asshole for not telling my friend's parents she died?
Ooh. I'm gonna get a half a cup of sugar.
I had a childhood best friend, Luna. I loved her so much, and she was honestly there for me in times where no one was, and she was the sister I never had. Luna was raised in a strict Christian household.
Oof. It'd be those. And her parents are very religious. Luna came out to them as bisexual when she was 17, and they kicked her out and told her to never come back. Oh, wow.
It's a reality for a lot of youth coming out. Luna lived with my family and I for a year, and when she became 18, she started working her ass off with various jobs. She sadly couldn't afford to go to college, so she had no other choice than working as a stripper and a McDonald's cashier.
Oh, wow. Grind.
See, I respect the hustle 100%. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You really do, especially when you're on your own.
So 2 months ago, I had,
It's popping off.
not the butter popping off.
Okay. It said to be melted but not hot.
It's steaming.
Teaspoon vanilla.
2 months ago, I had received the devastating news that Luna had died. Her funeral was paid by me, our friend group, and it was a small funeral and small attendance. No one reached out to her parents because they hadn't contacted her or asked about her since the day they kicked her out. That's tough. That's really tough. Last week, her parents called me and asked about Luna. When I asked them why, they told me they had been thinking about her for the past 3 months and missed their daughter dearly. They told me they learned a lot about LGBTQ community and were hoping to apologize and reconcile with her, but couldn't find her number. That's when I told them she had died. They didn't believe me at first, and then that turned into anger. They yelled at me and told me how selfish it was for no one to tell them that their own daughter had died. I heard that her dad went into a depressive episode after that, and her mom is on the verge of a mental breakdown. A part of me still feels like it was wrong of me to not tell them about her passing. She was still their daughter, and maybe I owed them that perspective. Am I the asshole for not telling them, or was that the consequence of their actions? Edit, her parents were not informed of her death as of her next kin. Her next of kin was her aunt, mother's sis, and she was the one who gave me the news. The aunt isn't close with the family either and had her issues with them, so she didn't tell them. I don't know. That is a hard situation.
I feel like I'm low-key with the parents. They should have told them.
They should have told them. I don't know. I feel like regardless, like, that is your child.
I'm not, like, saying that parents who disown their children for things like being gay even deserve... I don't know.
I feel like, personally, I feel like nobody deserves to be disowned and whatever, but
I agree.
In certain demographics, like, people don't, that's not their morals. Is she the asshole for not telling them?
I think I think she's the for not telling
I
them.
think she's the
But that doesn't mean the parents aren't assholes. Because they were assholes first. They seem like tricky people because even the aunt, her aunt doesn't like them.
It's a complicated family dynamic.
The aunt is family, so the aunt should have been the one to tell him for real.
The aunt, it was, like, in general, her aunt, she found out first, you know? It was her responsibility to tell everyone who needed to be informed.
Yeah. So the aunt is the oh, you girl, you was just doing what you had to.
You was just being a real one.
You want to switch? We're on step 5. Flour, baking soda.
Baking soda. I got baking soda. Baking soda?
Baking soda.
I got baking soda. Adding flour. Ugh.
Right, so I'm gonna read, am I for telling my sister that she knew what she was getting when she settled for my cast-off ex. I, F26, was dating James, M26, for most of college, and we had plans to get engaged after graduation. 2 months before graduation, I caught him planning to cheat. He didn't even get so.
Not the planning to cheat.
It's the planning, because it's like, what are you doing? You look dumb.
Premeditated.
Nothing physical seemed to have happened yet, but he and another girl were making plans for a weekend that he told me he was going for a quick visit home. Cheating is an instant deal breaker to me, so it was over.
Cheating? Unacceptable.
No, yeah. Instead of having a fight, I didn't say anything, just waited till after he left for home, texted him proof that I had caught him, and good thing you're single now, have fun. Alright.
Here's the flour. There's a buttload of flour.
Flour,
it's
baking
a cup
soda.
and 3/4. And a baking soda. I got baking soda.
Blocked him on everything and went for a girls' weekend with friends. James lost his shit and spent a month trying to get in contact with me or guilt friends into helping him. After a while, I thought he'd finally given up. About a year later, my sister, F24, announces that she wants to bring her boyfriend home to meet the family. We didn't realize she had a boyfriend, but my parents had a BBQ and told her to bring him. It was James. My parents were stunned, but tried to pull it together.
Not the parents!
They were stunned. They said, we know this man. We know this man? Do we know this man?
Do we?
We know this man. She just dipped.
As she should. That's disrespectful. I don't know. As your sis.
My sister called and tried to explain later that they had met at a party on campus and it was no big deal since I broke up with him. I told her I thought she could do better, but she could make her own mistakes. I just wouldn't be spending time around them. She got mad about it because our parents took my side. Yeah, girl, what are you doing? I didn't get along with my sister at the best of times, so avoiding them wasn't hard except at holidays. My parents caved and let him come to Thanksgiving and Christmas since they seemed serious. James seemed way too invested in getting back on my good side when he was around, and it apparently made my sister jealous because she started acting brattier than normal. Good God.
Alright, now I'm adding our mixture to our dry ingredients.
Here, whisk the dry ingredients first.
We are whisking the dry ingredients first.
I learned this in econ. You don't want any pockets. So I was using my hands to make the other one. I was like...
I'm gonna end up doing that with this.
This last weekend was a milestone birthday for my mom, and I thought it would be a good chance to introduce them to my boyfriend, Todd, 29. My mom gave it the okay, and Todd actually made a great impression on the family. James was there with my sister, and he was pissed and left early. My sister called me later and yelled at me for upsetting James and trying... and trying to make him jealous to get his attention. Girl, that's her ex! If he's jealous, it's because he's jealous.
It's giving Nate Jacobs and Cassie from Euphoria.
Oh, because if you didn't see that you was a ploy whole time, girl, I don't know what to tell you.
You was a ploy.
You was the ploy.
He doesn't care about you, sweetie.
You were his in. I told her that I knew she was getting a cheat when she decided to date my sloppy seconds, and he was no longer my problem. Since then, she's blown up social media venting about it and is refusing to see my parents for the holidays if Todd and I are there. My parents think she's over the top and acting out, but she's on their case, so if they want me to try and smooth it over with her and apologize for calling him sloppy seconds. I think it was an apt description. Girl, I agree.
I agree as well.
I think, yes, those were your sloppy seconds, and your sister is crazy.
She's flawed. She's flawed for that. What's wrong with you? What do you mean by that?
No, because what are you doing? Like, your sister's ex to the family function? She is mixing, y'all.
I'm mixing it up.
Folding and mixing.
Folding and mixing.
You wanna switch? Cause I'll do this and then stir in the chocolate chips and then we can start scooping them out.
Say that, say that, say that.
My turn.
Her sister's.
Yeah, no, you're
For our friends.
not the episode's been declared by us.
Am I the asshole for excluding my stepchild from my will? Hi Reddit. I recently updated my will and decided not to include my stepchild as a beneficiary. Now I'm questioning whether I might be the asshole in this scenario. Let me provide some context.
Okay, context is needed.
You can't judge a book without the context.
Facts.
I married my current spouse a few years ago, and she had a child from a previous relationship. I also have my own biological children from a previous marriage. Since my spouse and I got married...
Okay, the distinction. Hers was a relationship. His was a marriage.
I have treated my stepchild as my own and have been financially supportive of them. However, I have always made it clear that my biological children will be the primary beneficiaries of my estate. Now, the reason for my decision is that I want to ensure that my biological children are taken care of and receive their fair share. I have built my wealth thanks to them because my biological children have been a part of my life for longer and have a closer bond with me. I feel that it is fair to prioritize them in my will. However, my spouse and some family members, they believe I should include my stepchild in my will to ensure equal treatment and avoid any potential conflicts or resentment in the future.
Chips. We need to add the chocolate chips. It calls for a cup, but I feel like we should put however many we want.
I think so too. I agree. Just like they argue that as their step-parent, I have a responsibility to treat them equally and provide for them just as I would for my biological children. I understand their perspective and the potential negative impact my decision could have on my stepchild. This has caused some tension and disagreements within our family, so am I for excluding my stepchild from my will?
Huh. I mean, it's your will, honestly.
It is your will, and those are your children, and you can do whatever you please. It is your right.
That's your last wish, bruh. Do what you gotta do.
No. I still feel like that's still your family, and you are married to your spouse, and you have to accept their kids as your kids, too.
Okay, so if you go and you die before your spouse or whatever, you'd hope that your spouse would take care of your kids.
Right.
So it's like, if you're being like, you're my kid, then like treat them like your kid, because at this point you're sending mixed signals. Right. Like, who knows how the kid feels.
Right. That is your whatever, your things, your will, your last wishes. But I still think he should include his stepchild in the will.
So many chocolate chips. Okay, I think this looks good.
Yummy.
Is he so? I think he's kind of the because it's like if that's your kid, then that's your kid. Treat him like it. If you're gonna say like whole time like that's my kid, and then like at the end you're just like, well, but like my kids though.
My kids.
It's like, so that's not your kid then. So then you don't like see him like your kid. You don't, you know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say he's the asshole.
I think it's safe to say he is the asshole. We have the dough ready. I'm gonna be over here making little balls for the oven, for the cookies for the oven.
There's like so many chocolate chips on the bottom. So maybe like take some. Okay, the bottom is really chocolate chippy.
It smells good though.
It does.
I like chalky
You wanna like taste the cookie dough?
I want chocolate chip. That's good. Wait.
Yo, I don't have any milk.
Those are good.
I don't have any milk.
Real good. They're how you make cookies, mine. Not those hard rocks.
Listen, I did a miscommunication, to be honest.
A miscommunication.
Oops. Okay, go ahead.
She put an unknown white powder into it.
I figured, yes, it's unlabeled, but I thought it was probably cornstarch, because what else would it be?
Could be a lot of things.
Well, now we know. Don't put things you don't know into cookies.
Yeah, I think universal rule. Don't put anything you know, like, in your system.
Well, it's obviously food. It's in the kitchen. It's rat poison. Oops. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it all over my computer. I feel like you can make them definitely bigger than that.
But
Look at how little this is.
Okay, we'll double the size then. Wait, what if we fill the whole pan with the thing and just like have cookie cake? That's a good idea.
It is, but it's not. I am in the mood for cookies, like real American Girl, you gotta make it a ball.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm putting more because you want them extra.
Okay. Well, maybe not like large, like extra large and in charge. Like.
She doesn't like my cookie making.
Listen, you're cooking.
Many crumbs.
Big stutter walk through.
This is a good size.
Yeah, this is good size.
So small.
Picking
There's
up like
cookie
all
on
the
me.
butter.
I can't hold on my sleeve.
Not your sleeve.
My sleeve.
You need to hold it on your sleeve.
So what story are you reading?
Okay. Am I the a**hole for not letting my girlfriend eat the naan bread we ordered? My girlfriend and I got takeout from an Indian restaurant we like and order from usually when our budget allows us. This place is really the only good Indian place anywhere near us, but it's very pricey. And so we try to keep our orders small. 1 entree for me, 1 entree for her, and a side of naan bread that we share. Okay. You put that in there immediately.
The side of naan bread that we share.
Noted.
The
thing is, the side of naan bread isn't very much. And the entree just isn't the same without it.
Oh, no, okay. I love naan bread though.
I do love naan
Indian
bread.
food. We would be craving Indian food.
So it seriously annoys me when she manages to eat the bread without dipping it in her curry. It's such a waste of the little bread we get. I told her this before, but she says it's not my concern how she eats her food.
Okay, period. I agree with her.
It's
not his concern how she eats her food.
Except it is my concern because she was wasting a shared side.
Now he's coming back at us.
No, because she's eating it. How is it wasteful?
How is it wasteful if you're just eating it on the side?
You just don't like how she's eating it. I like to eat naan bread by itself.
I like to dip mine.
I like to do both.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a both queen.
I'm a both queen. We're both queens.
Yeah, come on. Whatever. I let it go each time.
Whatever.
This time she didn't order curry like she usually does. She got biryani, rice and meat. So I was happy that I would get the bread to myself. While we were eating, she reaches over for the bread and eats a piece on its own. I got annoyed and moved the bread away from her and told her she doesn't need the bread since she isn't eating a curry and doesn't need bread, whereas I'm eating curry, so I do need bread.
Okay.
This is So you usually share the naan with her, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, now you think you deserve double naan. Oh, now you think, she likes to eat the naan on its own.
Are you deserving of the double naan?
Yeah.
Are you deserving of the whole serving of naan?
You get all the naan
that you always share with your girlfriend?
Yeah, when you know that she likes to eat naan on its own. And she can put the rice and the meat and the naan, like...
Okay, let it piss you off all you want, but like she been eating it that way, so what makes it different just because she ordered a different meal, that doesn't make it different.
Her entree comes with rice and she can eat that. She got offended and ended up threatening not to pay for her share for the food next time. She also called me a greedy and took her food and ate the rest in our bedroom. My friends are split. One of them says I'm right and it's too much carbs for one meal for her to have bread and rice. Her friend essentially calls me a greedy. It's been hours and she's ignoring me. Am I the
Yes.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Okay, what are you doing for real?
Like,
why won't you let her eat her naan in peace?
Yeah.
Why is this even a discussion?
Like, let her eat her naan how she wants to eat it. You don't have to micromanage how she eats her naan. That's weird.
I don't even like when people watch me eat. So it's like, why are you so like
micromanaging how she
fixated on her just eating naan on its on its own?
Guess what?
It's kind of
this is more chip than cookie.
It really is, but it's okay. Yeah, salmonella.
I used to eat cookie dough. You know when like you would get like the fundraiser for school?
Yes, I was about to mention the fundraiser for school.
I would eat the straight cookie dough.
No, but it was like edible cookie though.
True.
Like I think some cookie dough isn't edible, and that's why they're like, go get salmonella. But
hell.
So look at our cookies, guys. Look at our cookies.
So now they go in the oven at 350 for 7 to 10 minutes.
7 to 10 minutes is really quick.
All right, they're going in. These are my cookies.
Cookies. Our final results are cookies. That's how you make cookies.
This is how they're supposed to look. Actually, they actually smell so good though.
I'm excited.
So I think we should just taste test. Let's grab one.
I have this little piece. Alright, they're valid. They're valid.
It's not like your grandma's special recipe, you know.
But they're good.
But they're chocolate chip cookies though.
No, but extra chocolate chips just made them better. But we have this last Reddit story for you guys. We thought it was very interesting. After you.
I have a mouthful.
Damn, you grubbing. Okay. I the asshole for leaving my girlfriend at an event. 38 male, girlfriend, 38 female has been giving me the silent treatment and demanding that I apologize to her for abandoning her at a trade show that the company she works for has a stall. It is a major annual show in the city.
I have been helping out with the event for the 2 weeks whilst on leave from my full-time job. Her acquaintance, who she had previously worked with and had an off fling with, was in the food court area. I'm not the jealous type, having no issues with her outgoing personality and easy way of talking to people. Okay, good. She has taken a call from him and left me to go meet with him without letting me know she was going, whilst I was working for free at her company stand.
That's tea.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
X-Fling?
X-Fling?
Unannounced with X-Fling.
Unannounced X-Fling is crazy.
While he's working for free at her event is kind of crazy.
I had met him a couple times in the 2 years that we have been together, not liking him from the beginning. Keeping this to myself, he had a number of occasions told my girlfriend that he disliked me and was cold on the few times that we met, and had, in the beginning of our relationship, told her that she must leave me as I was too good for her, or they would no longer be able to be friends. Okay, so he's already overstepping boundaries.
Right.
Your ex that you're like still friends with is like, you can't date this man or we can't be friends. I'd be like, I'm sorry, we can't be friends then.
Those are boundaries right there. Those are boundaries right there. You're stepping.
Having expressed my dislike for him, that I would rather not interact with him and have her maybe follow his suggestion of not being friends. But if she wants to see him, just let me know and keep me out
that's
of it.
valid.
At least he's cool about it.
He's cool
like,
about it.
Like, do what you gotta do. You know? Okay, backstory done. Once the show was done, I cleaned up and went to look for her, only to find the work call was with him and rather close together by my perspective. I watched for a bit before she noticed me and quickly stood up from the high table and moved away from him.
She said she was real cozy in there.
Little like a deer in the headlights look. I just turned and left her there. She came running up to me as I was crossing the main road getting to the car. I'm apparently for leaving, not saying hello to him and having her cross the busy road by herself. I am stunned and in a WTF state, as I have now apologized to both her and him for being disrespectful to him and abandoning her. I'm annoyed to say the least. He apologized.
Okay, but that's what she had to say though. She had to cross the busy road to get
cross the busy road by herself.
What about the issue due at hand? What about the issue due at hand? Now with your ex-fling.
The fact that he had to clean up the booth by himself means she left and let him do it all. He packed it up, he finished it.
She was just real cozy with her ex-fling
and she was
while he's working.
Cozy. So then is he for leaving her there after that?
No.
I don't think so. I feel like that's appropriate. If I would have been in the car with her.
That's your girlfriend.
I'd have been like, call an Uber, babe.
Go ride with him. That's your friend. Go ride with him.
If you ride with him, that's something. Ride with him.
Well, you're already like,
oh, cozy.
She's stepping the boundaries. She's stepping. He's not even tripping about the dude. It's just like how you acting is real sus.
Well, the dude, and like he's upfront about it. Like he's like, I don't like him. I don't want you to date him. Like obviously this.
You know what his intentions are.
We know what timing he's on. I always be like thinking like you can't like judge people just based off these sentences.
You can't.
But that's exactly what we gotta do, you know?
For sure.
We put it out there, so
And if you put it out there,
it's fair game.
but here are our cookies.
Right. I'll link the recipe below. So this has been the cookies and the a-hole stories. I think it was a lot of fun. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Obviously, all of our ads will be linked in the description. Recipe, you know. Alright, so follow us, hit us up, do the recipe, and tell us how it went for you guys.
For real, we would love to know.
We did good.
We did good.